Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Hero House's AI Incubation Program info session for researchers. To start off, I would like to mention that FC Entrepreneurship Academy and SmartGate VC joined forces for the second batch of the Hero House AI Incubation Program, which will be held remotely due to the COVID-19 outbreak. The program promotes innovation and knowledge generation by investing in R&D to empower businesses with state-of-the-art technology and furnish them with scalable business models. I would like to present Hrant Davtyan and Vazgen Hakobjanyan, our chief scientists of the program, who will be presenting details on the project today. So here we go. Hrantjan, you can start the slides.
Thank you, Lily Jan. Hi, everyone. I'm Hrant Davtyan, one of the chief scientists of the AI Incubation Program. So let me quickly present the program. I'll talk in English, by the way, so if anyone has a question in English or in Armenian, both languages can be used to ask a question, okay? Եթե հարցեր ունեք, կարող եք հարցերը տալ այն լեզվով, որը ձեզ հարմար է, բայց այդ երկուսի մեջ, անգլերեն կամ հայերեն, ես կխոսեմ անգլերեն ներկայացման ընթացքում. So let's start. So the program is a 26-week duration program, during which we will have 12 companies, existing companies who have data or at least have access to data and have a problem that can be solved using machine learning or AI. We will have 6 leading supervisors from different fields of machine learning and AI, and we are looking forward to also increasing the team with 24 researchers who will work from 1 to 3 projects. Okay, so each researcher can work up to on 3 projects, but no more. That's our expectation. So the current state is the following. We already announced the call for supervisors and companies with their projects, and the companies and supervisors applied. The selection process is done. So we have the final company supervisor pairs. Okay, so this is finalized. The next stage is to kind of join researcher to the pair. Okay, so during this time, and you will be applying to the program, once the deadline is finished, we will join researchers with the supervisor and company project pairs together, and starting from September 14, we expect to start the program. Okay, so the active duration of the program, when we are working on research, when we are working on the companies and projects, is 18 weeks, and we are expecting to present the results during a demo day, which will be held on January 2025, so beginning of the next year. In other words, starting from September until the end of the year, we will actively be working on these problems to solve using AI. The overall concept of the program is the following. So companies come, they have data, they have some AI research and development needs, and we match them with experts and researchers from universities most of the time, students, undergrad and graduate students who work on these problems, and supervisors mentor them. Okay, so by the end of the AI incubation program, students will present their work, the researchers, not only students, will present their work during the demo day, but this is not the end. Okay, so after the program, those of the researchers who are students can actually continue working on the problem and make it as a capstone project for their studies. Let's say master's thesis, master's capstone project, or similar. Companies will have the opportunity to collaborate with universities from this perspective, and by the end of the program, companies will also have the opportunity to participate some of the programs offered by Armenian Startup Academy, which are the incubation program or acceleration program, extraction program. Some of the companies may even be considered for investment by SmartGate VC or some other funding vehicles. It's important to note that the IP is owned by the company. Okay, so the student researchers will be working on the research problem, but the IP will be fully owned by the companies. So let's talk about the first batch of the AI incubation program that we had almost around this time last year. So it was a pilot batch during which we achieved achieved 3 letters of intent with universities, 2 patentable technologies, and overall in the program we have 7 graduate companies and 11 researchers. The industries that were covered during the last batch were ranging from cybersecurity to robotics to healthcare. So we have problems that were related to computer vision tasks. We had projects carried out by companies that were related to tabular data, to NLP, etc., etc. Specifically, I want to present 3 examples. One was a CoinStat, a fintech company, which wanted to identify good and bad traders from a massive user trading dataset for cryptocurrencies. Another company we had was Easy to Mark, a cybersecurity startup, which ended up getting a phishing attack prediction model that had 95% accuracy, as well as possibility of informing about possible phishing attacks. And the third example I want to talk about we had last time was EveryTech, which ended up having a model that was predicting weight from hardware sensors with expected amount of error. Okay, so what do we expect for this batch in terms of commitment? So for companies, we expect to spend at least 2 hours a week because they need to kind of provide business or research problems. They need to support in terms of providing data. We expect from supervisors, again, at least to dedicate 2 hours per week per project that we'll be working on. And because this is basically the info session mainly for researchers, we expect from researchers, let me be more detailed here, around a third of full-time commitment. So as I mentioned, researchers can work on up to 3 projects. Okay, so if a researcher is working on 3 projects at the same time, it is basically full-time commitment. If a researcher is working on 1 project only, together with a supervisor in 1 company, in that case, it will take, our expectation is 1/3 of full-time commitment. But of course, our main goal is to have successful results. So we are always happy if you see that you need to commit more and you're ready to put the effort in order to achieve better results. This is always encouraged and this is always motivating. But what you need to do if you're interested as a researcher, okay? As I mentioned, we already finished the part of collecting applications from companies and supervisors. We even selected companies and supervisors. We're in the matching process right now. So what do you expect from researchers? The application deadline is on the 4th of September. So you have around 1 week left to apply. And what we expect from you is to be a person who is passionate about creating AI models. So you're sure that AI is your passion, you want to work on that, and you're ready to commit these 18 weeks to end up getting excellent results, okay? We want the researchers, who are most of the time students, to have fundamental mathematical knowledge because you know that AI our machine learning is basically based on mathematics and statistics. So we want to make sure that you have the fundamental mathematical knowledge so that, for example, whenever needed, you can read research papers or you can read some algorithms or techniques, and mathematics will not be an obstacle for you. And last but not least, we want to make sure that you will be fully committed throughout the program, okay? So we want people who will be extremely motivated and ready to spend these 18 weeks to work on cool tasks. So as I mentioned, we already finished the company selection procedure. So I have to let you know that we have pretty diverse and interesting set of problems offered by companies to work on. Okay, so if you try to kind of present the AI areas of these problems that a researcher will be working on, then you can see that they cover a very wide range. We have tabular data, explainable AI, we have recommendation systems, we have computer vision, such as object detection and segmentation, we have guns, we have image classification for disease diagnosis, we have some text-related stuff, like NLP, topic modeling, we have survival analysis, we have style transfer and style match, emotion recognition, etc., etc. Okay, so analysis of news, analysis of sentiment. So it covers a very wide range, starting from tabular data to NLP to computer vision, and so on and so far. Here you see the batch to participant companies and supervisors that we'll be working on. So I want to pass the stage to Vazgen Hakobjanian. Vazgen, can you please introduce this?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So let me introduce the companies that are already selected and their supervisors. So we have so I start with supervisors. So Gor Matevosyan has a wide experience in computer vision. We work together with Teamable. We built a lot of cool stuff in NLP and also in computer vision. So Eric Araklan is a all-star researcher in NLP and also in reinforcement learning. He's done masters in UCL. He built a lot of cool production stuff, and we have Chinar Movsisyan that's have a wide experience in applying different models in also chemoinformatics field in computer vision. So we have we have Grisha Tatevosyan that's worked in a lot of things related in AR, VR, and applying machine learning in 3D vision, in pose estimation, in all this sensor stuff. Vahe Hakopian is a very senior supervisor. Was leading teams in Pixar, in TeamViewer, now working in Zalando, have a wide experience in very wide applications of AI in different fields. And Mel Hakopian is also a very great researcher now working in BetConstruct, but have a wide experience in image processing, in tabular data, in recommendation systems. So all these people are great. So all they are have a vast experience in production level and research machine learning, and I believe this will be perfect chance to work with for students or starting researchers to work with them. On the company side, we have a Duwork AI, which is a project estimation platform where there's a lot of survival analysis and a lot of things related to the what projects will be done in time, what will be problematic, and all this stuff. These are the problems we will face with Duwork AI, and we will try to solve them. Prismos is a gaming company that has a lot of data, and they're going to have a lot of analysis, a lot of tabular data and non-tabular data analysis related to the understanding user behavior. IMED is an image processing company and have a vast image data set with different medical images. And again, this task will be vary from using object recognition to the specific style transfers and other things. Amoros Medical again is a medical image recognition company in eye care industry. So again, a lot of tasks related to understanding the different diseases of eyes, classifying them, and finding different correlations. Zug is a one-click art creation program using different state-of-the-art machine learning models to generate art from pictures. So here is a chance to work with a wide range of image processing, cutting edge things like guns and other cutting edge image processing stuff. Forge Fiction is a company that uses communities to write books, and here a lot of data related to the text, related to the recommendation books to people, recommendation authors to authors, co-authors, creating cool universes and all these things. Expert Technologies and Robodel are robotics companies in this batch. One developing the Robin the robot. It's a robot that's able to speak and to get into contact with the children in the hospitals and helping, especially now in COVID-19 situation, to fight loneliness. So there is a lot of tasks related to starting from image recognition, ending with the NLP and text dialogue systems, and Robodel building the robots for food delivery, and there is a lot of things related to the starting from control and ending by like recognition and self-driving. For UAM is a company that has like a vast amounts of data related to gifting, and there is there is a chance to work on recommendation systems for gifts. Form Spotter and Food Construct are companies related into the fitness and food industry. So both are. So Form Spotter helps people to exercise using their smartphone, and there's a lot of tasks related to the correct pose estimation and other things, while the Food Construct helps you to get better and in eating different meals, getting healthy meals, and regulating your diet, and has a lot of users from different countries. This is one of the leaders in their space, and the task there like to have different, like starting from understanding what food you eat from pictures and ending by recommending like a correct like a diet. And in the end, the rumors monitoring is a company that uses media monitoring, is a news monitoring company, has a very good data set of different news sources, and tasks here can start from estimation of the different types of news, classification of news, and ending like a better entity extraction from different sources, understanding different type of understanding removing like rule-based system they use to the machine learning system. So this is in general overview of what we selected, and I think this is a great companies and supervisors, and it's a real chance to jumpstart your career in machine learning, to really work in a so diverse different projects, and actually like have like a real experience in building a practical and state-of-the-art AI, and see your and actually work on what you will see the results actually. So a few key dates here is like we already have like the companies and supervisors. At the next step is our matching, which supervisor will work on which problems. We are now in the process of it. We already started the call for students and researchers. So, and from September 14th, we are expecting. So you will join. We will select, or we already have like groups of students, researchers joining the supervisors, companies, specific supervisor and specific company, and we will start the research process. It's going to be very engaging and very, very fun process, but also it's very, very requiring a lot of dedication, and really is a chance to get into the get a real experience with working with the experienced people in a production systems and do the production level ML. And then we will have a demo day, especially for students. I want to stress that it's possible to use this research, this time spent as their capstone or their like a diploma work or whatever. We will try to arrange that. It's also you can like this is also a possibility, but of course not the end goal. And also, as Hans stated, so the IP generated during this program belongs to the companies that are in a batch. Yeah, I think it's more or less this. If you have any questions and anything, we'll be happy to answer. So Elmira Sarkisyan is saying, will researchers choose their projects and or supervisors? Yes, when you are applying, you are actually putting the areas you are interested in, you are good at, and of course there will be interview, and of course there will be supervisor will choose you, and you also choosing the actual area where we want to work. So, and if it's everything is fine, then yeah. So there's a big chance that you will work on a problem you like with the supervisor that's you think that you like. Arpina Hambaryan saying, what's the requirements for students who want to take part into the project? So it's basically, as Hrant stated, it's basically the basic knowledge of ML and understanding of machine learning and math, including the linear algebra and analysis and probability, and Python language coding. So, and ability to like read paper, understand code. It can be like just knowledge in one area of machine learning, for instance, or data analysis, for instance, only in tabular data, or only experience, or only like having some course in, like, for instance, image processing is totally fine. So the requirement is to have already be able to understand math, already be able to know concepts of the machine learning, and being able to code in Python, and knowing like a basic machine learning libraries. And we don't require any like experience in building some different things, any experience in doing some previously working in other companies or doing anything else. So the perfect match is the people that just graduated some machine learning or data science course. They trained something, for instance, on MNIST. They made some regressions or classifications, or know what is logistic regression, and they want to try their skills on a real data set or real problems, and want to learn how it's done in a real production world, and are curious to also try other techniques and try to different models. Aram Budavian asking, who will define the problem team or supervisor? How supervisor will spend their weekly 2 hours, mainly supplementing materials. Okay, so problem is defined by company, by their business needs, and also the supervisors helping to shape with us this problem to be something that's solvable, or at least researchable. So at least this is something that can be in a six months be implemented, or get some successes. And probably it's not just one problem, it's multiple problems. one company can define multiple problems, and during the program we can try to solve different ones, and maybe like we will fail in some and we will succeed in other ones. So supervisors will spend their times helping the team of the students to and guiding them, giving them materials and giving them guidance in getting results. So it usually will be like this is the method, like should work on this type of data. So and our researchers too should go try it and then come with the questions, and we all will help. We all will go and debug, understand what's the problems, but it's like a kind of a supervision. So we expect students to learn a lot, to come to have dedication, and to be able to learn to get all the knowledge of supervisors and us, Hrant and myself, that can give. So it's not only supplementing materials, it's helping in debugging things, it's helping in advising in how to get to somewhere and all the other things.
And also the roadmap. So supervisors play an important role in terms of building a roadmap. Okay, so how to transform the data, maybe what kind of methodological approach to take, which one to test out first, which one to test out last. So the supervisors, as the name suggests, they will supervise the overall process. So we are expecting them to kind of come up with the overall roadmap, monitor the process, and be there for you whenever you have questions. From our last year experience, we had groups where researchers needed assistance with Python coding because they were doing some technical stuff that was creating a lot of obstacles for them. And we have groups that didn't actually have any obstacle with Python coding, but they needed our involvement in the process of, let's say, shaping the data, or maybe reading or giving them core research papers to read, or explaining some stuff from research papers. Okay, so this is a little different from case-to-case basis, but the main thing we want to make sure is that all supervisors, Vazgen and I, are there for you, for researchers to mentor, answer the questions, and provide you direction. Okay, so that you can invest all of the skills you have during these 18 weeks to make sure that we have successful completion of the program.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. If you have other questions, just a kind reminder that you can submit your questions in the comments. Կարող եք նաև հայերեն հարցեր ուղղել եւ հայերենով պատասխանենք։ Ու եթե հարցեր չկան, հիմնական ինֆորմացիան արդեն ունեք, կարող եք դիմել մինչև սեպտեմբերի 4-ը։
Պատրաստ ենք համայնական հարցերի պատասխանել, գրեք մեզ ու Okay, so there's another question. So sometimes students have a lot of data but don't know how to use it. The good start is okay. In general, it's a great initiative. I wish productive journey to all stakeholders. Aramjan, thank you. As this is, as I said, it's the second batch, and yeah, with the first batch we have a lot of very exciting results, and we hope this batch will have even more exciting results. So again, thank you very much. So we have another question. So what's the minimum and maximum count of researchers working on a single project? And will they work remotely? Yes, they will work remotely. Count of researchers, we are expecting like 2 researchers per project, but it can vary. If there are like more people, it's all like about capacity of the supervisors and us, and like it can be more, but at least 2 researchers per project. So team will be like a minimum of 2 people.
So last year we had an example, and this is regarding the question Aram asked, that the company actually had a lot of data, and when they applied, they actually raised the question during the interview saying that we have data, we know that you can do a lot of AI, but we just don't know from where to start. And we had a very successful case with them. Okay, so this year as well, companies that are applying, sometimes they have the research problem. Sometimes they know that AI is necessary. They know that they can do a lot of stuff on their data, but they need some guidance as well. So again, supervisors, Vazgen and I are here for the companies as well to make sure that we help them to transform their business using AI as well. Armenia is asking. Okay, Vazgen.
Yeah, Armenia is asking, is CAM background in R be sufficient for joining, or Python is main requirement? No, like any programming language that can be used for training or for research is enough. The main again, like the main requirement is knowledge of data analysis and some machine learning techniques, so related to the things. Yeah, we are not discriminating. We are like
equal opportunity.
Yeah, we're equal opportunity employers. Yeah, R is welcome.
Even so, we personally, or at least me personally, prefer Python over R, but, that's okay.
Yeah, we have like yeah, and yeah. Even like, for instance, we have like in previous batch, like people that were like know a lot of data science, know a lot of math, and their main coding was even like in some like Mathematica or Excel or this type of things. Even this type of, it's also, they are also welcome to join, because there probably will be a lot of things that can be done even using the simple things, but of course we will prefer to have programming language experience guy. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, yeah, so share, refer, and ask your friends that are interested to join this, because this is really unique and great opportunity, and we are always available for any type of questions related to the AI Incubation Program, and we'll be happy to answer them. We'll monitor the pages, YouTube channel, and all the other places you can ask us questions. And yeah, so thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure to be active. This is really a unique opportunity that is bridging the gap between theory and practice industry. You will have the opportunity to work on real data set, industry data set, on industry problem that will be will probably convert it to production ready models in near future. So make sure to be active, and if you have any questions that you didn't ask during this session, feel free to contact us in any means that is comfortable for you. You can mail us, you can write us on LinkedIn, or you can write to the Facebook page, anyhow you want. But if you have questions, just feel free to drop a chat or an email, and we'll make sure to answer your questions. Please be active, and we are looking forward to getting your applications. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining. Please make sure to check out the information on companies and supervisors on the Hero House website and learn more about the companies you want to be joining during the program. Thank you and have a good day.